What happens when you try to ram down the consumer throat something that they don't want to buy in the name of saving the planet? Welcome to Ray Dog's Random Thoughts. Ray Sean Blyden here. For the longest time, we've been told we have to get rid of combustible engine cars and move towards EVs, i.e. electric vehicles. That is what we're told we need to do to save the planet. Let's not even talk about what the batteries are powered by. No. It doesn't matter what powers the battery. It's obviously we know what powers the battery, and we know lots of carbon emissions still being used to produce these huge batteries that clearly has coal in it. But companies are starting to smarten up. Let's see what companies have pumped the brakes on EV vehicles. Any idea? Well, here's a hint. I just upgraded my vehicle to a SUV now. So I've joined the SUV club. Automakers hitting brakes on electric vehicles for all. The Center Square is where this is coming from, the centersquare.com. Over 2 months, automakers have hit the brakes on planned electric vehicles production by 2030. Ford Motor paused its $3.5 billion EV plant in Marshall, Michigan, while General Motors and Honda have canceled a program to sell EVs for around 30,000, and Ford has postponed $12 billion in EV investment, citing market conditions. Meaning, no one wants this stuff. Who wants it? I don't want it. Don't even give it to me for free. I mean, you could give it to me for free, but I would sell it and pocket the money. Despite $1.7 billion of promised taxpayer incentives for the plant and site readiness, Ford says, it's not confident it can run the Michigan plant competitively. A final decision hasn't been made about the plant that officials said would create 2,500 jobs and an average wage of $45,136 a year. The factory planned to improve affordability and pump out 2 million electric vehicles globally by 2026 to reach President Joe Biden's target of 50% electric vehicle sales by 2030. Newsflash, you're a joke. Rising interest rates, inflation, and higher labor costs force automakers to cut programs and analyze future plans. Kelley Blue Book says the average EV price of July 2023 was $53,469 compared to gas-powered vehicles at $48,334. GM and Honda still advertise EVs though. I mean, imagine a world where EVs soar like an eagle or fly like whatever the song goes into the future and is used as an alternative fuel, a Honda ad says. We're innovating towards these electric dreams and working to make them a reality. If you hear some dogs back there, it's Maggie not knowing how to be a studio dog. She's riling up Chip. In a job posting, GM says, Maggie, no, they didn't say Maggie. Let's calm down, little girl. Go lie down. She's looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, don't you know I want to play? I'm a puppy still, a year and a half old. In a job posting, she ignored me and go right back to playing. GM says it is committed to leading the industry transformation towards a future with zero accidents, zero emissions, and zero congestion. There's no way you can avoid accidents. Accidents are going to always happen. There's no avoiding accidents. As far as the zero emissions and zero congestions, maybe, but not zero accidents. There's no way. John Mazzina, who has decades of experience in the automotive and battery industries and is the president of the Center of Economic Accountability, said, "This is a great example of central planning. This is a great example of what happens when central government economic planning runs face first into the real world of consumers having inconvenient opinions and making actual decisions." Mazzina isn't wrong. Wrote in an email to the Center Square. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many EVs automakers build. Rather, it matters how many EVs consumers want to buy and drive. And that is key. You couldn't pay me to take one of those things. Spare me the details. I mean, you have charging station, range, anxiety, and higher upfront costs compared to an internal combustion engine are reasons why consumers have chosen gas. Come on, guys, let's behave, please. And diesel-powered vehicles over EVs since 1980. In the upper Midwest race to register electric vehicles, Illinois leads with nearly 80,000, while Minnesota has 41,417 and Michigan has 34,380. Michigan targets 2 million EVs by 2030, while Minnesota and Illinois each target 1 million by the same year. Mazzina said that automakers regularly get consumer preference wrong. Automakers have entire departments of highly paid experts whose job it is to try to predict what vehicles and features will be in demand with consumers, and they still get it wrong on a regular basis. Mazzina wrote, "That's one thing if a particular automaker screws up and we get it, like a Pontiac Aztek. It's another if an entire industry misaligning with consumer preferences thanks to mandates from federal bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. So, that is the problem. Government need to stay out of private sector. They don't know how to run anything efficiently. What government institution runs efficiently? The post office gave me a break. Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. This is why FedEx came into existence. But yeah, the government needs to just stay out of the way. No one wants these monstrosities. I do not want one at all. I mean, I remember they were pushing the smart car at one point. How many smart cars do you see around these days? Not many of them. Not many of them. They're ugly looking. They're too small. They're just, no thanks. Anyway, I'm curious to know what you think Are you an EV owner? Do you like your EV? Do you love your EV? Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Here we go.